We are putting in place the toughest sanctions ever on the Iranian regime.
The Trump administration continues to ramp up the sanctions pressure against Iran, and the Iranian government continues to remain defiant. Now, in a first round of sanctions, essentially what the Trump administration is saying is that any company, any country that wants to do business with Iran will not be doing business with the United States. That's had a massive effect on companies that want to invest here. Many of them have left the country, and others who wanted to invest here have decided not to do that. Now, of course, that has meant a big hit for Iran's economy. A lot of people are unemployed here. A lot of companies simply are not going to invest in Iran the way that many people had hoped that those companies would. A second set of sanctions that the U.S. has imposed hits Iran's oil and gas sector, its shipping sector, and its financial sector as well. It's unclear how big the effects of those sanctions are going to be, but there's many people here in Iran who believe that the effects could be massive. The U.S. government is really trying to achieve two things with its sanctions pressure. On the one hand, it's trying to contain Iran here in the region. Washington is accusing Tehran of trying to spread its influence in the greater Middle East. The other thing that the U.S. is also trying to do is it's trying to make Iran compliant with a lot of demands that the U.S. has. The U.S. says that Iran needs to stop threatening Israel. The U.S. says, for instance, that Iran needs to stop spreading its influence in places like Syria or in places like Iraq as well. The Iranians are saying that they are no threat to this region, but on the other hand, they also say they don't want to be constrained by the United States. As far as regular Iranians are concerned, they really are in two camps at this point. On the one hand, you have hardliners who say they want to remain defiant, who say that they believe that sanctions could even be an opportunity for Iran to make this economy here more self-sufficient and to start building more goods and making more goods themselves. Then you have moderate Iranians, and they certainly are very concerned. There's a lot of people who, after the nuclear agreement in 2015, came back to Iran here from abroad, who opened businesses here, who started investing here. And those people obviously have not seen any of their hopes and dreams materialized, and they fear that with sanctions continuing to increase against their country, things could get a lot worse for them in the coming years. And at least for the time being, it's not clear whether or not there could be a way out of this impasse that's been going on for such a long time between the United States and Iran.